This year, 2015, has been called the Year of Lights. And as we've been talking about, even with the Cthulhu and Grail mysteries, we are talking about Merkaba and energy fields in our bodies and on our planet and in our solar system that connects us to everything that's going on. This year, despite warnings once again from leading scientists like Stephen Hawking and Neil deGrasse Tyson, warned that the activation in the next couple days, I think it's the 23rd actually of March, CERN's Large Hadron Collider could pose yet again grave dangers for our planet. The ultimate reality check. We are warned. Hawking has come straight out and said the God particle found by CERN could destroy the universe, leaving time and space collapsed. Is CERN the most dangerous thing in the cosmos that could lead to the ultimate destruction of Earth and the entire universe? Recent developments prove to me the scientific community is no longer able to explain reality without looking at the supernatural. We will soon learn if CERN is really the ultimate stargate and one of the gatekeepers' most closely guarded secrets. Will this be the way man attempts to break the ultimate God barrier and attempt to encounter demigods in an all-out rush towards the destruction of all creation which they have attempted repeatedly? I understand they won't be releasing the secrets until they're prepared to release them. The CERN's headquarters symbol of Shiva, dancing the cosmic dance of death and destruction, signal the true purpose for CERN's existence. Look at the Shiva, Hindu god of destruction, symbolically surrounding CERN's headquarters, gives us the beginning of what we need to know. The men who would play God in search of a particle are truly going to find more than they bargained for as they open the gates of hell. We are warned by even Stephen Quayle, they will find interdimensional beings who have a taste for flesh and humanity's destruction. Most scientists, in lacking understanding of supernatural entities, are going to confront them anyway. And they're way beyond their ability to comprehend, let alone control, the forces of Pandora's box that are once again being opened. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson has also sounded the alarm in a hypothetical manner by telling anyone who might want to blow up the planet how to do so. Is this CERN's attempt to do so by attempting to recreate the Big Bang within a man-made structure that has frightened Stephen Hawking so much? Do they know what they are doing? And ask yourself, how much energy is keeping it together? Neil deGrasse Tyson told a co-host, Eugene Merriman, on his Star Trek radio show, then you have to put more than that amount of energy into an object. It will explode. In the movie Star Wars, we see the Death Star blow up the planet of Alderaan. Miriam said, reading the question, set aside the question of how such a thing would be possible. What would happen to our solar system if the Empire blew up, say, Mars, that just had another outgassing that looked like an explosion, and Mars is twinkling? Several things are happening on Mars, as we've talked about before. It is not just the probes that they admit to sending there. Know that when we put energy into a machine and send it to another place, we change that place. We are connected to everything we put our minds to. Now first, deGrasse Tyson said, any imperial sympathizer looking to make that happen would have to calculate the planet's binding energy. in order to determine how much energy it would take to overcome the gravitational forces binding a planet together. Now you have a device that can pump that energy into your planet and have that planet absorb the energy. Rather than have the energy come out the other side, it will destroy the planet. Smithereens is what he said. That's how one would go about it. So again, I have 3 videos up. Compilation, CERN, super colliders, subliminals, stargates, the Illuminati's plan for Satan's arrival. And I'm sorry I'm calling it Satan, and I hate dissing Satan, except they're calling 2015 the year of light. The 4th video I have up, Nova documentary on CERN. The final video is from Freedom Fighter 2127, in which the videographer offers his own evidence, opinions on CERN, and its tie into 2015, the international now year of light. We're talking about Merkaba, energy fields, stargates, the aliens, the ETs, if you will, and the nature spirits that are here are powered by something beyond our control or imagining. The waves from Orion that allow us to have life, allow life and everything it touches. In every dimension it touches, there is life whether we see it or not. These beliefs, somehow largely waned and recessed after patriarchal takeover of the multi-millennia history of this planet. Aliens took a step back, perhaps, into a larger circuit of nature to let us more independently cultivate, evolve, if you will, but only after adding some messianic spice here and there, it appears. However, the aliens don't recognize the human religious institutions as exclusive representative modes of the people, and are establishing mostly private relationships with individuals and sometimes small groups of people. Aliens, if you will, recognize the institutions and their leaders as local, earthly, petri dish gods. They do not recognize their so-called authority over the right to check the flock and set up connectivity directly for themselves. We are involved with helping and creating many religious figures that inspired the religious institutions of our Judeo-Christian Western world, whether it be Jesus or Moses or Yahweh or Muhammad or the one God, Allah, or Joseph Smith or Angel Morioni, or for that matter, certain activities in ancient Egypt and India. It is now secretly admitted that E.T. had a role all along the way. The role kept covert, removed behind a curtain. A key interrogative insight, I guess, is this threading that we have seen in all of these, everything between of who controls the hearts and the minds of humanity, and who is the custodial authority of the matters of their souls and status in our universe. It is our universe, but we are just parts of it, not the owners, not even of here, not the earth. So realize, the very human institutions that were ultimately spawned by activities of ancient kings, gods, E.T., aliens, are very much at odds with the very thought of an alien custodial return. These institutions are so much at odds with the very idea they are finding that they will have to knuckle under and adapt to the populace, getting a new higher authority. These ETs, EDs, extra-dimensional entities, have been the masters of perception and deception for millennia untold. So we can expect a display of camouflage, superfuge, psychological manipulation skills. This means that some of the unscrupulous will take advantage of the vulnerabilities of the situation just as we would. And apparently neither human institutions nor aliens are quite ready to declare the game over and all come out from behind their masks. And this charade has sacrificed purposes and profane purposes. The sacred purpose, apparently soul evolution, we are told. Profane, absolutely soul control. On that note, I saw something called the Montauk Chronicles. I only got about halfway through it. What came to my mind when I was watching it, and some of the things that were said. Stuart Studlow, is that his name? Who can say things that are horrific and not flinch, not move his eyes, not even have a glaze of emotion over his face. Talking about Tesla's work. Who said that he used the pyramids as a model. Who too did the journey to India to study with the elders. Did the journey to Tibet to study with the elders and the dark magicians. Tesla said these technologies could be used to control you. This Montauk Chronicle that I watched, I didn't even get through it. I will not watch it. I leave that up to you, what you're going to do with this information. I had a nightmare. I never have nightmares. I woke up to myself screaming. I heard my own voice screaming. These pyramids that are uncapped, so spewing energies outwards, that we have been told before that they are prisms and prisons, and that they were keeping something trapped. I woke up with the real feeling that we should blow every single one of them off the map. Institutions have discovered, I guess to their dismay, that the divinities and deviltries of history are just as readily and easily bypassing them now. The last thing these institutions want humanity to generally believe is that ETs are heavenly masters of the spiritual world. That only us in the physical realms are trapped as watchers and unable to move. But they in turn don't wish to have the populace educated in knowing how to spot a false master when they see one. Who is the false master? Is it the ETs that help create the messiahs, or the human institutions that represent messianic divinities of history? And that is a good thing. It's about to spark the divinity in humankind. Not about being a commodity, a soul currency to feed the fantasies of the followers of dark laws, be psychic corn dogs to whatever reptilian, demonic, brokeback mountain devil creature with technology far advanced. This is not a war we can win without allying. And that is one prevailing view here. Everything has more than one side. In this realm of duality, it's why we have a right and a left. One side spiritual, one side physical. All these aspects. So the problems reveal themselves even more rapidly in relationship when we consider how the whole alliance issue has splintered and fractioned the controlling intelligence apparatus in the world, along with religious and the spiritual and the anti-spiritual lines. The fractional enclaves are direct lineage to the fractional spiritual influence and human history and historical conditioning. You have been conditioned to believe certain things even though you know they're wrong.